Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the USGS Global Webinar. Tonight, we have a very special speaker to share an incredible opportunity to create an abundant life. Our speaker is an international businessman who has built his business in over 70 countries. His trademark is his passion for life and endless enthusiasm sharing about life's greatest riches, transforming the lives of thousands by inspiring them to reach for and achieve personal and financial freedom. Please welcome Mr. Samson Lee.
Hello folks, how are you? This is Samson coming to you from Los Angeles, California. It's my pleasure to be here with all of you today. Very exciting. I've already done one webinar and this is our second tonight, back to back. It's been my pleasure speaking to thousands of people earlier, an hour ago, and now to all of you here. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you around the world. Tonight, we're going to share an incredible opportunity that I came upon a few years ago, and I've witnessed it and worked it and helped change lives around the world. Amazing things are available to all of us to have the abundant life that we want. How many of you want that? All right? Yes, I'm one of them. So I'm going ahead and start our PowerPoint here. Just hold on one second, folks. All right, so welcome to our webinar. Very excited to be here. So folks, tonight, the opportunity I'm going to talk to you about, and this business has spread around the world. I'm not kidding. It works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What can we get from it for ourselves and our family and our loved ones, and what else we can get with the travel and success and really live the life that we want through this company called JVSD. JVSD is based in Orlando, Florida. And a friend of mine told me about JVSD a few years ago, and I'm so impressed, and having worked the business really changed my life, my whole perspective of life about just having more abundance. Now, I'm just like anybody. I was a business owner for more than 20 years, and in the real estate, in the retail business, as an auctioneer, a professional auctioneer, as a matter of fact. But I've never done any business like JVSD, where truly we can, not only me, but many people around the world have reached their personal and financial freedom. So let me see here. 1 second. Let me go back to the right slide here. Sorry about that. Here we are. Okay. So folks, there's something out there happening. And when I tell you this, look, we all know that today, the way we live is very different than maybe 5 to 10 years ago because of technology, about the internet, the IT, the anti-aging science, the medical science that's out there that's helping change our lives where we can live longer and healthier. And because all these technology, especially the internet, has helped connect people from around the world, and not only people, but the economies and the commerce and lifestyle, and connected people from around the world. And that's what we call globalization. And then as a result, these combinations, these trends, well, there's something happening. There's a new economy that's being created. Now, some of you are thinking, yeah, that's right. Samson, you're right. I know there's some new economy. But many of us, we know there is, but what is that? Well, it was actually not too long ago, about 6 months ago, I was reading a book, and the book says something very interesting. If we were going to succeed in a business, if we're going to succeed in life, or whatever trend we're going to ride for whatever career or life path that we're going to go on. Well, when you take trends, multiple trends, and put them together, your chance of succeeding, your chance of growing are definitely multiplied exponentially. And that's what I'm going to tell you about, because JVSD, this company, founded by the owners, Randy Ray and Wendy Lewis, and along with Mr. Scott Lewis, they built JVSD the last 6.5 years to more than 100 plus countries around the world. Randy and Wendy, they've been in the IT business for many, many years. They're very good with the website, the back office, the infrastructure, the opening companies around the world. They're the expert. And now we have more than 20 offices in more than 100 plus countries. I mean, more than 130 countries and territories that JVSD we ship to. And we're on this trend. Randy and Wendy, about 7 years ago, they came upon amazing things in anti-aging. And I'm going to share that technology with you, which is literally going to change all our lives. And we got a hold of that. And building this company, They have built this company based on integrity, ethics, hard work, and really invest and reinvest a lot of the resources to build this company into a big machine that's doing business around the world. And we have won many, many business awards. So some of these awards are in the traditional business world where IBM, Google, Apple, they win these awards, such as the American Business Awards and Telly Awards. We've actually, since the 6.5 years in existence, we've won more than 95 business awards, being recognized as one of the top companies in America. As a matter of fact, last year, we were featured in the Inc. 500 magazine. And the Inc. magazine is all about privately held companies, and we're among the top 500 in America. As a matter of fact, within our industry, direct selling industry, we were number one, the fastest growing company in that Inc. 500. And we are setting records, folks. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'll repeat it later. Last year, our 6th year in business, with the technology and the trend and the infrastructure that this company has built and the results that people are getting from the business and the technology, well, we hit 1.1 billion US dollar in sales last year. So this is a $1 billion company. And the foundation of the company is the technology, is the science, is the anti-aging science. We're working with some of the most well-known doctors and scientists in the world in anti-aging. And they've helped us put the system together called the Youth Enhancement System. Because our body is a system. We're actually not one person, but made out of 60 trillion cells that's working together. And so aging is not one cause, but it's many causes. And we have multiple cutting-edge technology. And some of these technologies you can research later on the website or on Google and YouTube. Well, some of these technologies literally are at the forefront, at the very forefront of science and anti-aging, such as stem cell technology, antioxidant technology, technology that activates genes, etc. So it's really happening, and we have the technology in products that people can use on a daily basis. Now, one of the most famous doctors we work with is Dr. Nathan Newman. Actually, Dr. Nathan Newman is on a medical advisory board, but also is right here in Beverly Hills, very close to my backyard. And Dr. Newman is a world leader in stem cell technology formulation. Now, he's actually a board-certified dermatologist and cosmetic surgeon. It's through his practice and his study and his research, he's very passionate about the science that he's working that could possibly change people's lives on a daily basis. Well, he came upon a technology and he invented it where he captured the chemical language our cells use to talk to each other. And these chemical signals our cells send to each other, they're called growth factors. Now, for those of you who have kids, or if you remember when we were young, that we have very good skin because our cells are very actively talking to each other. So they're making a lot of growth factors. Well, as we get older, we notice that our skin, start aging, have less collagen, less elastin. Maybe if we get injured, it heals a lot slower. Well, and then because our cells are slowing down, making less and less and less growth factor, and that's part of aging. We start shrinking from maybe a plump grape to a shriveled up raisin. That's aging, right? Well, Dr. Newman was able to, using his technology, capture all the growth factors that adult human stem cells make, but left the stem cells behind in a product with no stem cell in it, just the growth factors, the chemical language of our cells. So when these growth factors come from stem cells, and stem cells, it's all about rejuvenation. So these growth factors all about rejuvenation, what stem cells do. So when you apply a product called the Luminous skincare line on your skin, well, the product, literally, the growth factors talk to your cells, and it's your cells that's actually doing the rejuvenation, not the product. Your cells are getting the signal to rejuvenate. Isn't that amazing? When you think about that, our system enhances our body's ability to rejuvenate itself. That's how we stay young. So we've done some clinical studies. 100% of the people were highly recommended to their family and friends. 87% within a short time of use see the improvement in their skin looking younger, the glow, the smoothness, the firmness, they see that. Well, I'm going to show you this amazing picture from the third-party laboratory studies using a computer scan of this young lady's face after 56 days of use. She got a 65% decrease in deep lines. And the other picture that I'm going to show you this young man, well, 56 days has 52% decrease in fine lines. And you know, when the computer scans, it measures and counts every single line in your face. You know, pictures don't lie. The next slide I'm going to show you is a very dear friend of mine, because, you know, we can hear testimony and look at the clinical study, but how does it work, you know, out there? Well, a friend of mine got involved in the business 6.5 years ago, and she was one of the first people to use it, but she decided to use on half of her face. And for the business, she sacrificed her face. Now, at that time, you know, she was the oldest one among the people who started, and she decided to use on this side of her face. On the left side of the picture, you can see that she has a cheekbone and jawline very firm. But on the other side, where she did not use it, you don't see the cheekbone, and the face is actually saggy and puffy. And you see a laugh lines at the corner of the mouth and the nose. And if you really look at the picture, her face is crooked. And after 10 weeks of use, we're all, you know, Winnie, looks like you had a stroke. No, you got to start using on the other side so it will catch up. It's very funny. And you know, since then, now some people got smart, so they use only on one hand rather than the other, so they don't have to use half the face. Well, anyway, so Winnie went to talk to a friend of hers who's a doctor from church, and he has a PhD in skin cancer research, and he used an instrument called a dermoscope, where he put it against Winnie's face, one side use, one side no use, and to look at the inside of her skin. And as you can see the other picture, the side where she used it, there's a lot of collagen, and the other side, no collagen. Well, at the age of 62, that's what you look like without collagen in your face. So at that time, we were so excited just because we see that the product works not only in the outside because we can see it, but it works on the inside. It does what it says it does. So folks, I don't know about you, you know, I mean, this line of product, this skincare line called Luminous is the real thing. And the technology, adult human stem cell technology, this is science. So when you use it, it absolutely works, because as long as you're a human, the growth factor will talk to your cells, and depending on how your cells are, your cells will get to work. So this is truly amazing. We're the first in the world, and that's one of the reasons why Genesis is so hot. But I'm going to tell you the second reason, because now, today I won't be able to go through all the products, because, you know, the companies have amazing videos and information on the website and on YouTube to explain all the science to you. And definitely, folks, get educated, okay? But I'm going to go over another product which I was shocked and I was surprised at how amazing technology can be. So the Reserve is a super antioxidant gel, a lot of vitamins and minerals in it. And what's in there is aloe vera, pomegranate, green tea, blueberry, acai berry, cherry juice, grape juice, and also in this gel, the company puts 75 milligrams of resveratrol. And now, for those of you who don't know, resveratrol is commonly found in red wine or the skin or the seed of the red grape. So in 2002, there's a doctor from Harvard Medical School who done a study on resveratrol and found that it supports healthy cholesterol levels, supports healthy cardiovascular health, supports healthy blood sugar level. It does many things, and you can do your research on resveratrol. Now, we have that as one of the key ingredients in Reserve. There's many amazing ingredients, but resveratrol is one of the key ones. And in each Reserve, we have 186 milligrams in liquid form, highly bioavailable. And the thing is, you know, folks, when people eat the Reserve, they feel the vitality again. And one of the people is my mom, where she's a breast cancer conqueror. And many people, not only my mom, who had cancer afterward, they don't have that energy again. And that was the first thing that my mom noticed, that, you know, it really started to help her feel better. I mean, and knock on wood, thank God that she recovered from cancer, and looking for just a better way to improve her health again, and the Reserve really helped her do that. And not only her, but thousands of people, hundreds and thousands of people around the world. And how do I know that? Because actually, in the whole company, the Reserve is the #1 product that we have. It is truly amazing. So also technology is, you know, the formulation of it, where all these ingredients work synergistically, and you can actually, the company has done a clinical test, you can see that it penetrates into the cell to fight oxidation. Because in wellness, and it doesn't matter what you eat, it matters what you can absorb. So if you can absorb all these antioxidants on a cellular level that can penetrate into the cell, it fights aging. It fights the oxidation on a cellular level. So folks, I mean, you know, these are kind of technologies that we're talking about, because the products and the technology that we have, It's truly amazing. When people use it, they get phenomenal result. You just have to follow the direction and listen to some of the testimony. And this business is very simple because just by using the product, people will ask you what is going on with you. How come you look different, or the energy about you is different, or literally you do look different. So with that, just like what happened with actually, my mother, she actually had more hope because she had more vitality again. And that's, I believe, one thing very important. And same thing with me, because I'm getting to the age, I'm middle age, and that, I start to feel in my body, but the genetics has really helped me overcome all that and really helped me start to create that mindset to stay young and be young again. So it's amazing. It changes people's lives. Now, my question to you today, though, is, now, all that I've told you, it's happening in genetics, and you can just ask the person who put you on this webinar, it's really happening. So, well, if it's really happening, what if there's money to be made? Would you be interested? Well, today, for those of you who's on this webinar first time, welcome, because this is what I saw a few years ago when I got into the business. I was just thinking, coming from real estate background, come from retail background, being an auctioneer, I'm never involved in any global e-commerce business or network marketing business. I have no idea what that is. But really, having never made money in this business, I've become just working the business and sharing with people the product and the opportunity. It has changed my life, my whole perspective of how we could all live, that we could get the abundance that we wanted for ourselves and our family. So I'm going to share with you the business side, how to make the money in genetics. Now, first, to start the business in the US is $49.95, and you get an amazing website that costs hundreds and thousands of dollars to make, and you were going to do it yourself. Well, second, you also get an online back office, so it's paperless business. And the office is, since online, your business is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So this is a powerful business, and Genes as a company supports you, housing the inventory, doing the administration, doing all the shipping, and all the collecting money. You don't have to do any of that. All the administration is done. So then, how do you make the money? So the first way is called retail profit. That's when you share the product and the opportunity with others, and they go to your website that's replicated for you. You don't have to do a thing. It's already created for you with your name, your phone number, and your email on there. And they can browse through it, and when that person buys from your website at retail price, you make a difference between the retail and the wholesale price. So for example, a bottle of serum is $137.95 retail, and the wholesale price for a distributor like you is $85.95. So you make a $52 retail profit. Now the price might vary depending on the country, but in general, all the product line and the technology is available anywhere from 35 to 45% retail profit. Very simple. But the most amazing thing is, let me share with you. When somebody buys retail from your site, you don't have to do any shipping. The company do the shipping for you. Is that simple? And you don't have to have any inventory because the company houses the inventory for you. 130 plus countries and territories. Just imagine that. Real global business. So now the second way to make money is called new customer acquisition. As you go share the product and the opportunity with other people, well, there are people who want to be a customer. And some of them are retail customers, some of them are preferred customer because they want to stay on the auto ship and buy the product over and over again, or they want to just be associate. So they can pay the $50 to become associate. And when they become associate, they can buy whatever product at wholesale price. Well, what the company has done is they have put some optional packages together for you, anywhere from $200, $500, $750, $1,050, depending on the country where you're from. It could be, anywhere up to $2,000 to $3,000 depending on the country. Okay, in the U.S., those are the packages shown on the slide. Now, anytime your friend or family or whoever becomes associate and buy those optional packages, you get a customer acquisition bonus anywhere from $25, $100, $150 to $200. Some of the bigger packages have a higher bonus, and that's how you can make the money. So in the new customer acquisition bonus, it's great because most of the people who commit to become an associate, well, they start using the product and they start liking it, or they want to do the business, and you got to give yourself a good partner and a very loyal customer. Now, third way to get paid is called team commissions. And how that works is, in genetics, you're going to have two teams, a left team and a right team. Well, anytime somebody buy product, you get points, okay? Like anybody who's an associate in your organization, anytime they buy or sell or consume the product, you get points. So you know what? The more products some people buy or sell, the more points you get. Now this is even better than credit card because credit card, you can use a credit card, get miles of points and you can redeem them. But this is when other people in your organization, they buy or sell the product, you get points. The more product they use or sell or whatever, the more points you get. Now, you can make a team commission of $35 each time when you have 900 points. So for example, a bottle of syrup, which can last you anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks, is 60 points. So just in general, you can have 15 bottles that people buy in your organization, and you can make $35 over and over and over again. And those people, as they go out and share with other people, you can share with as many people as you want, and you can grow your organization. Well, the more product that's being bought or sold, the more money you get. So the most you can make is 750 team commissions per week, which times $35 is $26,250 a week. It's very big money. That's the potential of the income in the team commission. Now, as a business person, the way I look at it is that when I first started in the company, I just say, you know what, that was given to me as a potential. I want to get it. So I just work and work and work hard, and I never stop. And I know someday, I know I will get it, right? And if I never stop building, I just keep going and going and going. The potential is there. It's up to you to work the business. There's no income claim whatsoever. It's all based on our own effort and hard work. Fourth way to make money is called leadership matching bonus. Now, the more people you share with, the bigger your organization. And the more people buy the product and sell the product, the more money you make. Well, now, the company incentivizes you to help others succeed. So for me, it's very simple. It's like in my retail store business, I have a store manager, and I pay the store manager to teach other people, the salespeople, how to do the business. As they grow as they go do more business, I do more business, I pay the sales manager a little bit more. And that's how the matching bonus works. So if you introduce your friend into Jeunesse and they go out work the business, they build their 2 teams, they go make a team commission of 35, you can match them 20% at your level 1. The people they sponsor into the business and then help, and together we help those people on your level 2 build their business, and every time they make a team commission, you can on your level 2 make 15% of that matching. And on level 3, 10%. Level 4, 5, 6, and 7, 5% each. Now, this way of making money is unlimited. There's no limit to how many people you can sponsor into Jeunesse as a business partner, but it's up to you and them to help them build the business. The more sales in your organization, the more money they make, the more matching you make. So you get incentivized to teach other people to move the product. Now, so the fifth way to get paid is called new customer incentive. Okay, so customer acquisition incentive, where every month if you have five customer, you can make level 1 matching from 20 to 25%. If you have 10 customers or more, your level 1 matching goes from 20 to 30%. So of course you want to constantly go up there and share with people to grow your business. The last way to get paid is called the diamond bonus pool. So that's where the company will split 3% of company commissionable volume, that's sales volume, global sales volume, okay, and split it to the top directors in the company, diamond and above. So the company actually gives this money to encourage all top distributors to help everybody in Jeunesse, to teach them what to do. And you get a split of global sales from the company. Now, I'm going to repeat it as I told you at the very beginning of the webinar. Last year, 6 years in business, we did 1.1 billion US dollars. So this is not a small company. This is $1 billion company. And we're one of the fastest company ever in business to hit $1 billion in sales a year. So this is on the go. Everything that I told you, it works. The product works, the compensation plan works, the company works. So, well, besides that, some of you are thinking, okay, all this sounds good. What else? Well, Randy and Winnie themselves, I've known them for 10 years. They are truly amazing people. They love to travel. They have traveled to more than 100 countries around the world. And you next time, if you ever see them at a company event, or maybe on a trip, you'd ask them, how many stamps do you have in your passport? How many passports you go through every year? And they want to bring the same lifestyle to the people in Jeunesse. So we actually, besides all the cash promotion that the company does, We have amazing trip incentive where if you achieve some qualification, you get to go on trips. You go travel minimum twice a year for everybody in Jeunesse. You get to do that. There's another incentive now to go to Orlando to look at to our annual convention in October, and also to look at our brand new 150,000 square foot office in Orlando, a beautiful place. So that's in October. So if you work hard now, the promotion started in March, and for next 2 months you don't want to get left behind. You want to work that promotion, and you want to achieve your free hotel, maybe money for the free event ticket, money for the airplane ticket or airplane voucher. The more you do, the more you get. And also maybe a couple of tickets to Disney World. That's where Orlando is. So that's the next destination that everybody wants to go from around the world. Now, Jeunesse in our industry, we're ranked number 38 last year. And we've gone through all the stages of growth. From formulation, that's where a company is beginning. And they're trying to create the formula of success to create sales revenue. And as it gets some traction, you start to go into what we call concentration stage. And where the people make the most money, where the sales explode, is called momentum. That's when that everybody's heard of Jeunesse. They just don't know what it is. Okay? That's how it works. And they're looking for people to find out what Jeunesse is about. And if you were there to meet them, if you already start building a team, and if you know the wave is coming, you want to start paddling to build your team so you can catch all the people that will come onto Jeunesse when we do hit momentum. So no, last year we ranked number 38 around the world in our industry, and this year we're going to be ranked higher, because last year we did 1.1 billion. This year the ranking is going to go up. There's actually less than 25 companies in the world that do more than $1 billion a year. And folks, I hope that all that I told you, that you hear something, you caught something, that maybe give you some hope, some options in life, something they can grasp on. And because we're living in a new paradigm where if you don't get in an industry or in a business that catches the trend, and that also already proven, well, it's very difficult to get ahead. Jeunesse is one of those huge trends. We're actually the hottest talking town in our industry. Next, when you take advantage of cutting edge technology, catching this biotechnology trend, catching the IT, mobile phone, internet trend, that's where we can leverage the global economy and really work this business with flexibility and time freedom, be the most productive as possible for ourselves and our family. And literally, you know what? In this world, we are doing business in more than 100 plus countries. Folks, Jeunesse, is not a company. It's not only a business. It's a global community of amazing people that have joined Jeunesse within the last 6.5 years and really created history and an abundant life for themselves and their family. We have many types of people that is in Jeunesse and that has really achieved something amazing. And there are also people just starting out where they see the hope, and they're starting to share with people, and they're starting to see results. And we have all kinds of people on this webinar today. And at the beginning, I mentioned about we have an international panel that will share with you. And you're going to see face to face the real people involved in Jeunesse, because doing business, you want to know who's involved, yeah? So the first person I like to bring up is amazing young woman, and she's a daughter of a friend of mine in Los Angeles. She's up in Seattle, and this young lady, the more I get to know her, the more amazed I am. She's actually come from a corporate background of hospitality, and she's traveled around the U.S. and also internationally working at her corporate job. But more recently though, she decided to take a different path and join Jeunesse to build her own dream. So please help me welcome. You can all give a virtual hand wherever you are in the world, to welcome Amber Chang from Seattle, Washington, USA, on board to share a little bit about her story. Hi, Amber. How are you?
Hi, Samson. I'm well. How are you?
Good. You're looking good.
Thank you. So are you?
Good. You're looking excited. You're happy, huh?
Very happy.
Well, thank you for taking the time to come on board. And, like I was sharing, a little bit about your background, and can you share with the folks, because I know you and your husband, you're all very successful people, and, you're very highly educated, and both of you, and you're out there, growing, building your new family and all that. So can you share with the folks, why did you decide to get out of the corporate world and join Jeunesse?
Absolutely. Thank you for this opportunity. I have to credit my parents for being highly educated. And really, my mom is my inspiration because, like you said, she is in this business as well. So my background, I went to Cornell University in their hotel school. And when I graduated, I went to work for the Four Seasons hotels in Hawaii. And that's also where I met my husband. So working in the industry, we move around every couple of years because we get promoted, we get transferred. And with us, it was always with my husband's job. And that meant that I had to find a new job in every new city that we moved to. And we've been in 3 cities now. So that's a lot of interviews I've gone on, a lot of waiting for callbacks, a lot of rejections. And I started to realize that this was not the way to go. And so when I was working in New York, I remember very clearly, for example, big corporate environment was a property management company. And I remember at the year end, HR notified everybody we would be getting a 1% increase for the year.
Oh,
in our salary.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And so 1% doesn't even compare up to inflation, right?
Yeah.
And New York City is super expensive. It was just not worthwhile for my time. I knew I was worth more. And so that feeling I got of, I hated that feeling of somebody telling me what I was worth. When I can take vacation, when I can do this and that. I'm a grown woman.
Yes.
I want to control my own destiny. And that's why I decided to seek out another opportunity where I would have control of my destiny, of my schedule, of everything in my life.
That's amazing because, just hearing, you tell your story. And I mean, Cornell is one of the top schools in the United States. I mean, if you could talk about business, Cornell. I mean, if you could come from Cornell, it's either Harvard, Cornell, or Stanford. It's not that many schools. And such, but I see such self-confidence in you and want to take charge of your destiny. And that's extremely admirable. And maybe you can share, can you say something that, we know now why you do the business, because obviously you want to take control of your life because it's not leaving up to somebody else's. So maybe you can share with us then, maybe share with the audience. So where do you see yourself going with Jeunesse? Huh?
I'm very excited about this part of where I see myself going because I feel like the sky's the limit. And it really is because there is the USGS system and this Jeunesse e-commerce platform. I went to college. I think college teaches us how to find a job, right? It doesn't necessarily teach you how to be an entrepreneur and have your own business. And so when I first started this business, I wasn't sure what to do. But because of the USGS system, the step-by-step program of how to do this business, I was able to utilize all the tools and resources. And so where I see myself going is financial independence. I want to retire at 45 years old. So I have just a couple more years to achieve that goal. I want to retire my husband. I want to, we both love to travel. So we want to travel all over the world, flying first class. We want to stay at Four Seasons hotels, not just work in one. And we both love animals. So the ultimate goal is to really give back and, maybe to open up an animal sanctuary, just like what Jon Stewart did.